Hello, and welcome to episode 62 of the Extreme Hardware Podcast. Today, we're joined by the majority of our usual crew, starting with Axifer.
Bonjour.
We've got Alex.
Hello, I'm Extreme, and over in the other corner is Hardware.
Thanks. We've also got Jack.
Yo.
And we have a a former host who has returned out of the seemingly abyss, Frickfrock.
I was always here, just wasn't saying anything.
I don't believe you.
I was always here. Never left.
You know what?
We have proof. We have our video proof that you weren't in the Discord call.
You got the documents to prove it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll just start with that because I think the funniest thing was we've been like just in our private VCs, we've been like, hey, I wonder how Frick is doing. Aside from his occasional videos that he posts, we never hear from him anymore. And then randomly one night he hits me up. He's like, hey, have you ever heard of Wisconsin Butterburgers?
Do they use shelf butter?
It's good stuff. I mean, I was eating them, and I highly recommend them.
Like in 2000.
Is this like Butter Dogs?
No.
The Butterburger was made by a restaurant called Culver's in Wisconsin. I showed Simmons a video of how they were made. It's literally like 4 or 5 sticks of whole butter, and then just basically deep frying patty in it on the grill.
When you say sticks, do you mean like the big sticks or like how Americans...
American sticks.
Yeah, that's just weird. You divide up your butter because apparently you guys don't own knives.
Oh, wait. No. Because I thought you were referring to like the European, like more rectangular brick versus just like the tubular brick that we have.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Because you can buy a brick of butter, but then it's cut up into different sections, which are useless anyway.
I have never had pre-cut butter from the store, but you know what? It's fine.
That's what those sticks are. They're like pre-cut butter.
Here we go. We have the butter dog on the stream.
Okay, whiskey.
Hey, butternut.
All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into our very first topic. So Andrews has been preaching for this for weeks now, and sure enough, Dogecoin finally hit 69 cents a Doge.
Yeah.
That was a bit more. I think I got to 74. So my financial advice from a few weeks ago was right when I said put all of your money in Dogecoin. Wait, Simmons, do you want to put the image on? Because I'm doing more financial advice today.
Okay, hold on.
I'm making my own cryptocurrency. It's called Extreme Hardware Coin. And as you can see from the image, as soon as Simmons actually puts it on stream.
It's on. It's on stream.
Oh, the stream is just frozen for me.
Oh, fun.
I don't know what's on. Yes,
I just see Simmons' face. Where are you guys seeing the stream?
On
Twitch.
Yeah,
on Twitch.
It's on Twitch.
Yeah. As you can see there's a shocked man with $ eyes. That means it's lots of money.
Maybe we should have told Frick that we were doing this live on Twitch.
We did tell him.
I don't have the Twitch link.
Oh my god.
I'm Twitchless.
All right, hold on.
I'm without Twitch.
Actually, the last time Frick was on, it wasn't on the Extreme Hardware channel.
That's true.
I think.
Now I see it. Oh my god.
Okay, there's the shocked man with $ eyes, so it's real. There's a graph with a rocket on it. It's the emoji rocket going to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It also goes down, so you know it's not a scam. And there's 42,069% plus. I don't know,
Andrew. What is your value proposition here? Why should I go with this coin as opposed to all the other coins that are coming out?
Because it's very good financial advice. You should give me all of your money.
Because right now it's worth nothing, which means you lose nothing by investing in it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, that's basically what 99% of altcoins selling pitch is. I think you're fine.
Yeah, Dogecoin.
100%.
Dogecoin got to like I think 74 cents peak, and then everyone thought it was going to reach $1 when SNL went on, and it didn't. It actually dropped. I was actually going to dump all of my money in Dogecoin just before that, and I'm glad I didn't because it went down a lot.
Yep, when it's barely slowly rising back up, but it'll be a while before it gets back up to that again, I think.
Yeah, that's basically it for... Oh, wait, no, there's something about SpaceX. I didn't read that.
Oh, yeah. Something about Elon Musk posting a song about Dogecoin to the moon.
Wait, what did Elon do on SNL to make it drop so badly?
He
No,
said
it's
he was
already-
the Doge father, and he basically, off the cuff, said it was just a hustle. Probably just in the heat of the moment, which, I mean, doesn't matter. It's Dogecoin. It's a meme. It's going to go up and down.
It's a worthless
That guy is
currency
all the
anyway.
time.
That guy's really fucking cringe, honestly.
Okay, so here we go. So here's what he said. It said, "As when Elon Musk was asked what is Dogecoin, Musk replied, it's the future of currency. Unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world." Asked Michael Chase says, so it's a hustle? And Musk replied, yeah, it's a hustle. All right.
Well, apparently it started dropping right before SNL as well, so it's like that just substantiated the drop.
Yeah, dude, you get into these things that people, here's the tip for anyone looking to get into investing. The second they start making TV show episodes about it, it's too late.
Yeah.
You're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
You've officially entered the realm. Grandmas are like, oh, I'm gonna be getting into this new. If your grandma tells you about a stock, don't buy it. Okay, I'll put it to you like that.
Hey, everybody, we should invest in Ford. No.
Well, Alex has invested in Honda because he's a shill.
Yeah, that's right.
Unironically, it's like one of my best performing stock.
It's actually the same for Chris as well. I know he's not here
It's
yet.
up like 22%. It's surprising.
Yeah, Chris
It kind of
bought,
sucks because it's a NYSE, which means I have to pay a fee when I withdraw it.
yeah,
You want our
Chris,
cut?
Chris bought Toyota stock just so he could tell someone
Well,
on
basically,
Twitter.
he bought it because I bought it. Well, he bought Toyota stock because I bought Honda stock, so I could say I'm a Honda shill, and then he thought that was a good idea, so he did
Yeah.
the same.
And like one of those things. I would imagine buying Toyota stock.
Rick, you keep cutting out randomly.
Yeah.
Is that a stock that's always a safe? I would imagine buying Toyota would always be a safe bet.
Honestly, yeah. And also, your mic still keeps cutting out.
Yeah, Frick, reduce your noise gate.
He has now increased his noise gate. Frick Frock is 100% noise.
I'm doing it live.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, try again.
Okay, now it's all good. I fixed it. I've been in radio for 20 years. Can't you tell?
Yeah, clearly.
Well, yeah, this isn't radio anymore.
The internet. Oh yeah, go on.
No, you were saying something and you cut out twice. What were you saying?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying, do you think Toyota is a pretty reliable stock to jump into, and do you think they're always a safe bet?
Yeah, 100%.
They're as reliable as their cars.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about putting into Toyota's stock for long term. But would you really gain as much as if you put it into like a TFSA and just ETFs and stuff? Probably not. I don't know. It's kind of one of those boring stocks. If you have a crap ton of money, sure. But none of us do. Except for maybe Frick. And no one knows if Frick has money or not. Not even Frick.
He spends it all on chocolate. Why would he keep money?
I had a couple of bucks once.
Frick Frog. This is probably more for the extras. We probably have a lot for extras today. But what is your opinion on Ritter Sport?
Yeah, so Ritter Sport's an interesting little brand. They are probably one of the brands chocolate. They were doing like cornflake infused chocolate bars like
They
10,
still
15
do.
years ago.
No, they
Before it was
still
a
do.
thing.
Yeah, no, they still got that. And also, like I was complaining once, I want a good chocolate company to make a chocolate covered biscuit, which they have, because you always get biscuit companies making chocolate covered biscuits, and biscuit companies are terrible at chocolate. But their chocolate covered biscuit, which is like a biscuit inside a chocolate bar, which is really cool, is actually really good.
There is one company in the UK. I haven't had them yet. I've had the knockoff stuff. Maybe Andrew can tell us about it. Called McVitie's. That's supposedly really good chocolate biscuits.
What? No, it's not really good. Those are the standard digestive biscuits. Like those are digestive biscuits. But
Gross name.
that's just what they're called. But no, the Ritter Sport one is a million times better.
Yeah, no,
You
Ritter
should get
Sport's
it.
amazing. You should, if you had anyone listening to this that hasn't had Ritter Sport, get any of them. They got ones with whole hazelnuts. They got ones with strawberry cream. Like whatever you got's going to be good.
They got honey roasted hazelnuts as well. Also
Oh, God.
marzipan, which apparently a lot of Americans don't like the flavor of marzipan.
Oh, I love marzipan.
I think he's a terrible F1 driver.
I'm on Ritter Sports website right now to see like what flavors they're coming out with, because they're probably the type to do stuff that's needlessly risky for no reason. And
I really like their straying away from the standard size of a chocolate bar as well.
so this
How
is
it's all square.
I'm putting every flavor that they've made actually on their website right now. They've got fine milk chocolate, alpine milk chocolate, peppermint
Yeah, I
milk
have
chocolate,
the alpine milk chocolate. It's pretty good.
rum raisin hazelnut.
Oh yeah, the rum raisin's actually really good.
That does sound good.
Rum raisin, I think, is a really underappreciated flavor. It's for some reason really hard to find rum raisin ice cream here.
That vegan chocolate. Ooh. I'm a believer of the vegan chocolate, dude. The two best chocolates I've had lately are, I kid you not, have been vegan. Crazy.
No, I don't. I'm not going to listen to you, Frick, because you also recommended Halo Top to us.
When is this going to die?
All right.
When is it going to die? I refuted all these
Wait,
things.
listen,
we need to leave this for the extra.
I'm derailing this now.
When does it end?
I think it's funny that you made a video and about it, and I'm guessing you made it because of us.
I can neither confirm or deny these allegations.
All right. So going back to Dogecoin, we do have another Dogecoin related topic. So apparently, SpaceX is now accepting Dogecoin donations to fund their space missions.
I don't like that at all because I don't like the weird line that SpaceX is treading between being a public entity and a private one. They're getting tons of NASA funding, but also asking for donations.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
But then, okay, they get tons of NASA funding, but if you get tons of NASA funding, then why does Elon Musk's net worth go up if it's meant to be a public, for the public type service?
Tax fraud.
I don't know.
And honestly, at this point, I don't think cryptos are really regulated well enough yet that I don't think that they are really going to lose a lot of tax dollars on these Dogecoin donations.
Well, they're not really regulated at all.
Yeah.
The only regulations are the exchanges themselves, and if regulations get a bit too strong, they could just move to another country.
Yeah, and not just that. In Canada, they actually are fairly well regulated. Canada has a pretty good system for avoiding people escaping tax fraud, I want to say, because your ID, or your SIN, as it's called here, your social insurance number, is tied to your banks and your taxes. And any of these places that want to act as financial institutions, these exchanges that are allowed to transfer from the Canadian banks into them, they need your SIN. And if they've got your SIN, then they're going to report you report it on your taxes or income.
Yeah.
The government will know. The government forces all these financial institutions to be transparent. And yes, there are ways around it, but it's not as easy as South Africa or other countries where you just don't state it. And you can get around it. There's a lot of ways you can get around it if the person or thing giving you money doesn't actually need to tell you your SIN. But even Twitch, you need to sign up with your SIN number. When you become an affiliate, it's here's my tax ID number.
Yep.
And yeah, you can probably get away with, if you're making a few hundred a month or whatever, but there will be those repeated transactions. And honestly, do you really want to get audited 6 years in the future for, making a few $100s on Twitch or something? It's a horrible idea.
It's the same thing in the US. When you hit affiliate, so it sounds like your SIN number.
There is no.
No, what I was going to say,
minimum.
It sounds like your SIN number is associated with, or is kind of comparable to the social security number here in the US.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. So
That was the thing in the US too, where if you make over $600, you have to report to the IRS.
yes.
What people are doing is they just make sure they don't get paid $600 from one person and then go to a shell company and make sure they don't get like 550 or like 556 or something.
Yeah, okay.
And then they
yeah,
can
sure.
skirt it.
No, what I'm saying is like it is possible in Canada as well, but it's a lot more effort than whereas in South Africa, let's say you were to withdraw crypto, right? All you need to do instead of withdrawing it from an exchange is like there's multiple ways you could do it, but you could put it in like something as stupid as a PayPal account, for example, and then from that PayPal account to you, because you don't need to have you don't tie your SIN or anything in South Africa to either of those things. Whereas
Yeah,
in
assuming
Canada,
you want to
it's
only
not.
use the funds in PayPal and never actually use them for anything other than through PayPal.
No. What I'm saying is, like in South Africa, you could just withdraw the PayPal funds, and that is enough. This is getting close to money laundering. It actually is money laundering. But what I'm saying is, in South Africa, for example, just because I know the tax laws because I live there, it's really, really easy. You just don't have to go directly. Like you could pay your friend and he could transfer it to you. And you could just say, oh, that was a gift to my friend. It's coincidental that you just gave me like a very similar large amount of money 6 months later or something, or multiple times the money. It's really easy. And the government is not good at catching people in South Africa. They did a study and something like 30% of people who need to pay tax are paying tax. Like it's crazy how many people dodge. But Canada's got it pretty sorted, is all I'm saying with the Dogecoin thing and donations.
There's a thing companies in the US are doing now where instead of paying somebody like a check or direct deposit or something that could leave a money trail, what they're doing now is they're giving somebody like Amazon gift certificates. Let's say I owe you $500. I'm like, okay, how about this? How about I give you $500 in Amazon gift certificates? I just pay you with that.
Yeah,
the thing about Amazon gift certificates is they have a value, an official value of 1/10 of a cent. That's how much they're worth. So now companies are just using this like weird little loophole to pay people off, and they don't have to pay tax on it because it has the value of I think a 1/10 of a cent, something small.
Rick. So what I've heard is the latest for Indian scammers and stuff like that. Sorry to generalize, just kind of the truth.
South Asian scammers.
Yeah, Microsoft
so tech
scammers.
support scammers.
Yeah. Steam, actually. Steam cards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're getting the money out of the Steam cards. I assume you can kind of go, oops, I didn't mean to purchase this amount of money in Steam cards.
Them.
Please give me a refund. Yeah, or sell them or something like that. Because I know this is very weird because I had my credit card locked because I made 2 big purchases on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And my bank thought it was me falling for a tech scam or a scam or something like that, right? So I bought my index and that was like 1,400 Canadian or something like that because it's like 1,300 plus tax. And then I bought a $5 Steam game. So the one that locked my credit card was the $5 Steam game. Oh my god!
That's what you get.
And it was because my credit card was like 3 weeks until it expired, but they hadn't sent me the renewal yet. They had to deactivate my whole credit card account and then give me a new one.
Wow.
So I have like 4 credit cards, all of the exact same type, and all like with the same expiries and all that kind of nonsense.
But what game was it though?
I actually can't remember. Let me find it for you.
I gotta know. I gotta know if it was worth it.
Oh no, it was. I mean, it's FPS VR. It's just a tracker for frame time, CPU, GPU frame time, memory, etc. What's hanging up your VR experience? Like, are you CPU bottleneck, GPU bottleneck, RAM, etc. Because we had like a whole sort of. I suppose this is tech related. The index does a lot of cool stuff with how it handles frames. It does really good interpolation. And I wanted to I needed this tool to check if I was getting interpolated frames or if I was getting the actual frame rate because it is honestly bloody that good at doing it.
Yeah, I could actually.
So it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I could vouch for that because I first used my index on an RX 550 and I played Alex on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. But that being said, you can't really run it while doing a setup course because you don't have the trolls up.
Oh wait, so real quick, just go back to the finance thing. The reason that they're using Dogecoin, SpaceX is using Dogecoin, the official reasoning, and this is a statement from their vice president of commercial sales. They said this mission will demonstrate the application of cryptocurrency beyond Earth and set the foundation for interplanetary commerce.
Oh my god!
They want this to be the currency for the entire universe. It's not just for this.
Hang on,
it's for the whole world.
Are we just getting like whooshed, like completely not realizing what might happen? He launched a car into space because he loves littering, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He is legitimately going to put a Dogecoin something on the moon. I think that's
he's
what
going to put like a physical like.
No, but you know everyone's
coin.
like, no, but you know everyone's like, oh, Elon Musk's investing in this and he's trying to make money. I think everyone is way overestimating him. I think he's just trying to build up hype so that he's going to put a Dogecoin on the moon, and because that's funny. I think that's the entire thing he's doing. I don't think he's investing.
Elon Musk does not need more money. I don't know why people are saying he's doing this for money. He doesn't need any more money.
No, I genuinely don't think he's doing this because of investment. I think it's 100%. He thinks this is a way he can do an advertising campaign to show when he puts the funny yellow dog on the moon. Then he can say, haha, I did the thing, but literally. I think
guess what?
that's the entire thing.
Everyone's talking about it.
No, but they're all talking about it from a monetary standpoint.
Mhm.
It probably doesn't matter to him if this thing is a cryptocurrency or if it was imagine some other meme that was to the moon. Like, imagine it wasn't a cryptocurrency. I could imagine him still doing the same thing because, haha, I made the meme, but literal.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I guess we
about
can
a
all say
Challenger
we
2?
love Elon Musk.
What'd you say?
Challenger 2 to the moon. They can waste so much money just taking a 60-ton tank to the moon.
Oh, right, that Challenger. I thought you meant like the shuttle.
No,
I was like,
Oh my god!
it's a bit dead. Unfortunate. But
To be fair, there is a chance this whole Dogecoin coin is going to end up like that. Never know.
it should. It should, in theory, it should, because it has no value. It has no cap. This shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, it's designed to have no value. It's got 4% inflation. For it to hold its current value, I think something like $60 billion needs to be put into it annually, and that's just not going to happen.
Dogecoin gets more money than I do per year.
Oh Jesus!
I was going to acknowledge the chat real quick. Pudgy, yes, Dogecoin has taken a different price over the past few days. It still doesn't excuse the fact that at one point it was like hundreds of a cent per Dogecoin.
No, I had 70,000, I think, when I mined it on a 5770 as a meme, and I got that in like a day.
Yeah. I mean,
I just threw away that account because I was like, this is not going to be worth anything. It's worth nothing for the past like 7 years.
Yeah,
so I'm an idiot. Well, I'm also the idiot that had 3.5 Bitcoins and I sold it for $700.
See, and that's the thing is, I still distinctly remember in 2011 when Bitcoin was still like $6 a Bitcoin, and yeah, I had a buddy who was mining it, and we were all giving him shit because it's like, okay, yeah, nobody accepts this as currency. Now the story with him is because he used to have like several thousand Bitcoin at one point. Is the hard drive crashed? So,
oh, that sucks. That's why you always have a cold wallet, yo.
Well, no, that's the thing. You always have a cold wallet. Well, I've still got like I also threw this amount of Bitcoin away because I had to transfer a clean 3.5 because that's exchanges were only taking like roundish numbers at that point because anything less was worthless. And I was like, I'm just going to throw away 0.2 Bitcoin. It's fine. It's in some cold wallet somewhere. The same for my like 70,000 Doge, probably more. I don't know how much is in it. It's all in a cold wallet. How the hell am I supposed to get that back? That's like 2 Windows installs ago. That's not coming back. That's never coming back.
Yeah.
And it's like, if we do 0.2 BTC to USD, that's still a good $11,500.
Yep.
And even if we assume 70,000 Doge to USD, I don't know why Google still doesn't do it. That's $400,000 at the moment. Sorry, $40,000 at the moment.
So wait, let's say you would have gotten that money. What would you have done with it?
We already know S2000.
Would you have actually spent it, or would you just put it in the bank?
S2000.
Yeah, he would have bought it. He would have bought his dream car.
With how much money you could buy an S4000.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No, like completely unironically, if I had 50K, the USD to CAD is probably how much I'd pay in tax. I would just, buy an S2000, max out my TFSA. That's it.
Really are old.
I'm not old. I'm just poor.
I think that's the sign that like that someone's getting old when they get a bunch of money and they're like, I'm going to invest it in property and smart investments.
Frick, are you saying I literally just said I'm going to buy a car and then put the rest into a TFSA. I'm doing the unsensible thing, Frick. I'm not putting it into property or all into my retirement or TFSA. I'm putting majority of it into a car that I could wrap around
car that's going up in value.
Yeah, I still think I'm going to crash an S2000. I think it's the first car that I'm going to crash. That's just a side note.
I think you got money to fix it.
Yeah. So actually, on a similar tangent, this is just a little excerpt that somebody found in regards to the power consumption from Bitcoin mining. As of May 3rd, 2021, the amount of electricity consumed by Bitcoin was recorded at 133.63 terawatt hours.
Okay,
that's a number you can't even comprehend.
How do they get those numbers?
You can actually get public record of the amount of people that are contributing to Bitcoin mining into the blockchain. And
you should be able to see the average hash rate for whatever and how many hashes are actually being completed in a given time. And you can kind of work your way back of how much hardware is being run at that time.
Well, and also
look at average hardware.
No, okay, hang on. Before you say that, if this is going to be Bitcoin mining, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be ASICs.
It's all ASICs, yes.
Way less power.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this quoted a lot of the times as GPU usage. And honestly, the people doing these things, these articles, they're not like the Gamers Nexus or the Anan Tech or the even Linus Tech Tips at this level would do a better job. They're just like Bob Barkley writing for Verge, and he's like, how much power does it, by the way, I'm Googling, this is my Googling voice, how much power does a GPU consume? 500 watts? Wow, okay. 500 watts. Wow, how much is its average hash rate? This much, let alone that it's for Ethereum
yeah, you have a good
BTC. Point. Oh, 500 times this? Ugh, that's how much it's using. No, when an ASIC's going to be doing like way more, let alone the fact that it'll be for BTC and not Ethereum, using much less power on these different grids. Like,
yeah,
I don't trust these articles without actually sources.
You know what? And this is exactly something that Chris would yell at me for reading out this article for, because
that's rare that I am.
no, because there is absolutely no source of where they got that number from.
Yeah, no, I promise you, if there's no source, they're doing that on purpose. They're trying to make it vague on purpose because, trust me, this is how much it's consuming. Please don't fact check.
No, what they want to do is just make people angry at all the Bitcoin miners because you can't make money the untraditional way. I'm angry that I didn't get in early.
Yeah. Okay, so I found the source of where they got the number from. It's from a TechCrunch article. I'll put the link right here.
Okay.
Let's do some scrutiny.
Let's see what it says here. The watts, terawatts.
Okay, so let's see.
And it's a pretty recent article as well, so that's something.
Well, the thing about it is, it's not the argument that they think.
Okay, here we go. I found it. It's from the University of Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index. And here is the relevant passage right here.
Oh my God, Jack. I had no idea it uses that much.
Yeah, but that's a lot of terahashes.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, aren't we still just doing mega hashes with GPUs?
Yeah, I know, but still.
On Ethereum and stuff, yeah.
And here's the place where they talk about what their methodology is for how they measure it. Right there.
Okay. All right. There we go. So
okay, we found it. That's good.
So whoever provided this article just picked the wrong one.
Well, the University of Cambridge doesn't adhere to GDPR, so that's nice.
Yeah, whatever the argument they think they're making is, it's not. Because they're making an argument against Bitcoin rather than like green energy generation.
Yeah, that's honestly what I'm trying to get at to this.
Yeah.
I feel like, and honestly, like, I don't want to sound rude, but just having seen how PhD research is done, or just how a lot of this research, like university research, is done, people put a lot of, they think it's more professional than it is. It's just a guy. And oftentimes these are just projects that, this is not like, oh, I'm writing my PhD on Bitcoin energy usage. They're not putting 4 years into writing this. This is like, oh yeah, by the way, I have a seminar, like, or like a 6-month course semester. We call them terms in South Africa. We have 4. But yeah, I've got a semester, and one of the things is, one of the outcomes is I have to write a test or whatever paper, and they will just choose something like this, and it's not really about the accuracy of it. It's more about, hey, did you do all this stuff right? Did you go to the right people? The methodology behind it. So
yeah,
your professors are not going to question you using Ethereum hash. Actually, they might if they know about that, but they wouldn't question you finding, sources for GPU wattage and hash rate versus Antminer X, Y, and Z, because you have to know beforehand that the Antminer or whatever ASIC is going to be better.
Well, and also
than a GPU.
Another factor for that like ASIC mining is there are so many generational improvements that have occurred with these
and
ASIC
who's
miners.
running which ASIC? Because if I bought let's say there's 10. If I bought generation 6, I would not spend the money probably to upgrade to generation 7 unless I was making crazy money from it.
Right.
And then probably the efficiency goes up per generation and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's usually you get more, I think from what I've seen, some iterations you get a reduction in power with a slight performance improvement, but usually it's a significant performance improvement for the same amount of power.
Yeah.
And I just want to buy a 3070, all right? Damn.
Honestly,
damn, like all this for this? I just want to buy a PS5, okay?
Yeah, I know this isn't really kind of, we don't have that many topics today, so I'm going to stick with this topic.
Go for it.
The 3000 series, I still agree with Jack. I actually this is kind of weird. I'm glad that Jack got a 3090 to rent because it made me not want the entire 3000 series.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Not specifically anything you did, but just the way you spoke about it. Because everyone's always hyping the 3000 series. I think mainly because we can't get it. It's just like, wow, this is so great.
Yeah, it's a unicorn card at this point.
Yeah.
But its price to performance sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not talking about scalped price even. I'm talking about MSRP price.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It sucks because take the 3080 Ti. It's $1,000 MSRP. That means the aftermarket, like in a perfect world, the aftermarket, like FTW3 or XC3 or I don't know what all the other ones are, like the Strix or something, would probably be $1,100, $1,150.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just call it 1,200 because that's so much easier. My 1080 Ti was $700. And 3 years ago, yes, the 3080 Ti is basically twice as fast, but it's almost twice as much money.
Yep.
So the price to performance increase is like 10%.
Yeah.
In 4 years? What?
So
I know this is not fair, but like 2007, or wait, no, it would have been 2007, sorry, to 2011. Think of the GPUs from there to there. That's crazy difference.
Oh yeah. That was a very,
or even up until Pascal, right, which was 2017, 2013 to 2017. 2013, AMD still on like Terascale. That's the HD 7000 series, isn't it?
When?
2013.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Terascale. Yeah, and I think it's the 7000 series, which was a massive leap for the time.
Yeah,
but all the way up to 1080 Ti. 1080 Ti is so much quicker than 7970 doesn't even factor into a 1080 Ti. No one cross shops anything close to that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's realistic to say, yeah, I'm going to stay on a 7970, sorry, instead of buying a 1080 Ti. The equivalent just 1080 Ti and 3080 Ti.
Mm-hmm.
1 more gig of VRAM, piss off. I understand why it's done and it's faster, but still, piss off.
Funnily enough, the 3090 is the one thing that isn't getting scalped to hell. No one's having an issue getting those.
Well, so no, okay. So the yields are way better than they expected, I believe, for Ampere, which is interesting. Maybe because they switched to Samsung.
Yeah,
Samsung just has a higher threshold for giving it to NVIDIA.
and they also have less people getting chips from them.
Yeah. So, like the most of the dies they're getting out are 3090 quality. Like I think the reason 3080 Ti took so long is not because it was an engineering issue. It's just because why bother?
Yeah.
We're just going to keep making 3090 dies.
And people are going to keep buying the 3090s because it's the top end card.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is it's gotten to the point now where people are actually going out and buying pre-builds with the 3000 series cards in them.
Yep.
And then just doing that because it's way cheaper.
Yeah.
You can get a full PC, which is decent, with the 3000 series card in it and save money significantly.
We were talking about that, I think, last week. And it's basically, I can't make recommendations for people to go custom build right now. It doesn't make any economical sense.
Yep. And then on the other side of things, we have this. Why don't you put this on the screen there, Simmons? Why don't you put this up there?
Oh boy! All right, let's see.
Why don't you go ahead and put that up there?
This is cool.
God,
I love it.
Oh, nice! I like that. That's good.
I'm putting in a bid right now. Let's go.
Isn't that 50,000 each?
Oh, I could just visit this person and just pick it up locally. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. He's not too far from you. Yeah,
it's a bargain. Those are bulk buying prices.
Maybe this is Jack, and it's his eBay account, and it's where he's actually getting his money from.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny it.
If you scroll down and look at sponsored items from the seller, there is a Quadro 310 for $410.
That's a good deal. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
How can anyone refuse that? Come on. Let's be honest.
I like that K620. That looks cute.
But hey, look. Hey, I know what you're thinking. That's too rich for your blood. Don't worry. You can get a 3070, a batch of those, only $170,000. What more do you want?
Okay, how about this? If Doge takes off enough that my current portfolio reaches 170,000 US value, I will buy it now on that lot and sell
lot
it
of
MSRP
100
to everyone watching this stream.
The Robin Hood of graphics cards.
No, do you know what's so crazy, actually? So I don't know if you know this, but a lot of tech tubers have been selling graphics cards at MSRP to their audience. And what's so crazy about this environment, so that's seen as a really, really positive thing. Now imagine this in any other time. Hey, we're just selling you a graphics card at its listed price. And everyone's getting super crazy hyped about it.
Well, dude, no, okay. Yeah, what you're saying is true, but you also have to look at the alternative. Remember, this was a time where we actually had manufacturers and retailers sell out these cards, holding them and then reselling them on auction sites on eBay. Remember when MSI got caught doing that?
Yeah, so not just MSI, but also Canada Computers is doing an interesting thing.
Yeah, so who the hell can you trust? Right now? If you can't trust the actual retailers, who the hell can you trust?
I don't really hate what Canada Computers is doing, but I do at the same time. So what they're doing is they're holding GPU stock for pre-builds because their margins on pre-builds are way higher. Right? So, and that's a pretty normal thing with companies that are both offer a pre-built computer as well as offer the parts. But the thing that they're doing, which is really crappy, is they are orders for GPUs have come in before they got their shipment. Instead of allocating it for, the first order or the first pre-built computer, they're just doing it to the pre-built computers and even ignoring the orders that came in way before those pre-built computers. That's really crappy.
Mm-hmm. What annoyed me more about Canada Computers is the fact that they're still not selling the AMD 5000 series CPUs or the new GPUs from AMD or NVIDIA to online purchasers. They're only doing them in-store purchases.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, sure, but they've had stock for the AMD 5000 series for quite a while now, like in stock, and it's still collection only.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Which is
so I had
annoying,
to
'cause I've
find
seen,
some
like-
other off-brand site that happened to be on AMD's recommended or approved sellers list that happened to have stock of the 1500X within the first 2 weeks of launching. And it was a $50 premium, but that was the only one I could actually find without driving 5 hours down south.
Yeah.
The hope that I'd be able to get in line at a store and hope that they'd have stock that day enough for my position in line that I could get one, which is not feasible for the majority of people.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
I was in a
especially
similar
people with-
boat with Micro Center because, like, if I were to go out of my way to upgrade my system right now, I would have to drive to Atlanta and just hope for the best.
Yeah, so I mean, the main thing is like a lot of it's happening because of this one particular bot called Stellar. Like, if you want to get a GPU, you get the bot called Stellar. Like, that's the thing that's the most effective. And it's not even a matter of how much it costs to get it, because, by the way, renting a bot is not cheap. That's what they don't tell you about this. It's really expensive. But how the hell do you even combat it? Like, what do you do? Like, let people sign up for it and then wait until that happens? One thing that a lot of retailers are talking about doing is having people submit IDs. So if you want a card, submit a reservation, submit your ID, and submit like some other piece of information, probably like your social, and then you can get one. Maybe. But I
That's
mean, how the
crazy.
hell else do you combat it?
The privacy concerns from that and stuff. Holy crap! Like that would just stop me from buying a GPU.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't trust Canada Computers with my social, my SIM number, nor my like passport and stuff like that. Because then you're going to see an article come out. Oh yeah, by the way, all these like Newegg leaks. I don't know, 500,000 passports. It's like,
oh yeah, that's right.
That's a bit worse than a bloody password.
Plain text too, I bet.
Oh yeah,
it has to be plain text.
Yeah, I do not.
Their current SQL or their current like stance is not to this level of security required.
I just don't trust e-tailers at all with my personal information. Like, just in general.
Yeah, but if you actually look at how these bots are designed, it's actually kind of clever the way that they do things. It's just hardcore brute forcing. A lot of them will use proxies, so they'll make it seem like the bot's coming from like 10 different places. But a lot of them catch it. A lot of sites do catch it, but if you're using proxies, there's no way it's going to catch them all. It's literally behind 10 proxies. Like, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 7?
Is it 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it is. So I'm going to go ahead and transition to our next article here.
Okay.
So I don't really like the headline here. I kind of prefer the more positive take on this. So, ongoing analysis of Apple's tracking transparency tool claims that 96% of users in the U.S. are opting out of the ad tracking feature.
Sorry, I want to interrupt you because there's a reason the title's that way, and there is a reason why you shouldn't have read it the other way. The title is that only 4% of iOS users in the US are opting into ad tracking. The reason the title's that way is because, so to give a little bit of a history, iOS 14.5 introduced basically, it's like cross-site scripting, except cross-app cookies or cross-app tracking, where they can track you or fingerprint you across multiple apps. That's just a very common thing that's done on Android and iOS until very, very recently, and it's something I think people didn't realize. And iOS brought in an update where you have to opt in to that. You, by default, and this is why the title's like that, this is block and opt out.
Gotcha.
Disabled in your settings menu, and you don't even get the pop-up. It just default blocks the app from doing this, and you say, never prompt in the future.
Okay.
No, that's
you
actually
have to go
where
deep
you're
into
wrong.
you have to go into your settings menu and turn this on.
No, because I got it today. I actually put a screenshot of the thing I got. I didn't change any settings. I didn't switch anything on. I opened an app and it prompted me with do you want to get tracked? And I said no.
But I know you were messing with the thing yesterday. Are you sure you didn't have it toggled on in your settings?
I didn't go in the settings at all. Like I just said, like, this is how it works, or this is how I think it works, and you said no, it isn't. I
no, but
didn't look into the settings. I haven't even opened settings like in months. And yeah, I got that message this morning, actually.
okay, that doesn't make any sense though, because everyone I've spoken to has never gotten one of those pop-ups, particularly for the famous ones for tracking you, which is Instagram and Facebook.
I think they might get it like one day, just completely randomly or seemingly randomly, they'll just get a pop-up like the one that I had. So I think it's
no. Sorry to disagree with you, but like everywhere I've looked, everyone says it doesn't do this by default. Are you sure you haven't enabled it in your settings?
Yeah, I haven't changed any settings at all, and it came up for me.
And
It came up for my mom as well, and she didn't change any of the settings, and I set up her phone to have all that stuff off.
Yeah, I feel like Drew should be our subject matter expert here, seeing as he owns like 30 of these devices.
Yeah, then I don't know.
32 actually.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Everywhere I've seen has said that it disabled default doesn't show it. And it
I don't know.
for me or Tiffany. Well, I don't.
It might
like,
be
I'm
per
not saying
country
you're
then.
Maybe
because you don't
UK
have GDPR.
Well, don't you?
No, we still do. We have our own version, which is basically this. Well, it's the exact same thing with a different name. And I think they need to, by law, have those pop-ups to say like, "There's tracking going on. Do you want it on or off?" Whereas I think probably in like Canada and the US, it's just off by default.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't like this excerpt from this article, but it does along a similar vein where it says rates increase when talking about and taking other countries into account, with some 11% of 5.3 million daily users opting to add tracking worldwide.
Okay, that's I suppose regardless, the positive outcome is wow, that's a huge reduction, and I hope
it's almost like people don't want to be tracked.
Yeah, that's the thing that's very interesting.
If you want to use my data for advertising, at least give me some of the money.
I know.
I mean, there's web browsers that do that anyway. There's web browsers you can use that'll pay you for letting you see ads.
No,
I know which one you're talking about. That's just like full on shill.
Yeah, but
at least they're all over Reddit. No,
at least they're honest.
No, they're not. That's the problem. So that's Brave browsing you're talking about. It's
Brave. That's the one.
It's please no one use Brave, by the way.
Yeah, it's actually kind of miserable.
But what I see a huge market that Brave has is people who think they know something about computers but really don't.
Yeah.
Like Frick.
Yeah. Hey, Frick can make a quick dollar.
They don't give you money, they give you their version of their crypto.
Yeah. Basic attention.
Which you can then exchange for FICO, right?
FICO?
What is
that's car insurance?
Fiat. I'm sorry, Fiat.
Yeah. Fix it again, Tony.
Frick, I had a Fiat. It broke a lot. I don't want another one.
Yeah, but your Fiat was easy to fix. You just hit the engine block with a hammer.
Oh, yeah. Unironically, yes. So my crankshaft sensor fell out once. I didn't fall out. It was just like a little bit. It was like falling out. I didn't know what was wrong. I did the funny meme. I hit my engine block with a hammer, and then it started up again.
Oh.
That was good. Yeah. And then I drove to the mechanic. And on the drive to the mechanic, it wouldn't start after that. That's good.
I was going to say, moving on to our next article, Jack just linked this in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
And this is a good. I think this is actually a good tech topic. So let's see what we got here. Apple is now working on a portable hybrid console with enhanced GPU and ray tracing. What do you know about this, Jack?
They have been for ages, haven't they?
Well, I mean, we know what it says in the article. If you could link it to the Twitch chat, somebody, I don't know, I guess Apple leaker. I only know like the other hardware people. I don't know this person, but said Apple is preparing a portable hybrid console like the Switch, and it's not based on the Apple A or M series, and it's going to have ray tracing in it. And a cool thing is like their Metal API already has everything set up in there for ray tracing. And you could already do that in the M1, but it's not accelerated per se. So this could be pretty cool.
It sounds, well, unless it's like a dedicated game console, it sounds terrible. Because I don't know why. I find game consoles kind of neat, but mobile gaming, fucking terrible.
Jack, you know what I want?
Yeah, what's that?
I want an M1 that's clocked down slightly in a Game Boy Advance SP shell with an IPS screen.
That's not bad.
Aren't they working on a M2?
Yeah. Would it need to be clocked down though for that? I mean, it already.
That's a pretty small form factor. Like you have to have room for your battery, and you really don't want to get a bunch of heat in your hands. Like when you're already sweating and heating from your hands, heating the console up.
How many watts would that have to be for a handheld? Like 3? Like that?
I think you can get away with. I think
maybe 5.
3 watts.
You might be able to get away with like 10 to 15, depending on how you're handling the heat.
Yeah, true. I think it goes up to like 25 for a little bit, but it's usually like 15-ish.
I was going to say
the 3DS XL is 5.8 watts at peak.
Oh. Yeah,
I was going to say,
okay.
Just do me a favor and look up what the OG PSP wattage usage was.
Oh,
that's a disk drive.
Only 3.5.
Really?
Yep.
What's the disk drive? Interesting.
And the Vita was 4.5 to 5.5.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like that 5 watts and under is probably that comfortable spot as long as you got enough surface area. But with the smaller SP form factor, maybe less. So I guess maybe the M1 in the DS form factor would be a better, like the DSi.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Yeah, I'll see if I can mess around with
an SD card and a SIM slot. That would be pretty amazing. But if you get the DS emulator running, like the Simu or whatever, that would make me a lot more interested in a M1 for home theater PC.
Yeah, I'll see if I could mess around with like the power limits. I haven't had any luck forcing it to like run at anything. Like you can't do anything to it, but I'll mess around because I want to see what it does at 5 watts. That seems fun.
Yeah, that actually would be a fun. Let me know. I look forward to seeing what comes out of that if you actually decide to go check that out.
Yeah.
You have my support. Thank you for your service, Jack.
I'm saluting you right now. You just can't see me.
All right.
Should we talk about Live Leak and have
yes. Let's talk about
breaking news thing.
So we can talk about that for our last big article.
Yeah.
Okay.
Live Leak is about as dead as the people that are on it.
Shut up! That's my joke. I wrote it there for me.
Well,
that's not your joke, though. That's not your joke.
Yes, it is.
I've seen that on the internet. It's not.
Yeah, he posted it.
Yeah.
No,
he posted the documents on the internet. I put it
time
there.
zones work.
Oh.
No, I actually put that there like the day. Well, it was like a couple of hours after they announced that they are shutting down.
Okay, so anyway, Andrews, talk about it.
Yeah, Live Leak's dead.
Thanks. Okay.
What was
I can't
Live
actually
Leak?
open the link.
Okay,
tell me what Live Leak was because I have no idea what this is.
Okay,
it's YouTube where the hanging of Saddam Hussein was hosted.
Oh,
the video,
okay.
not.
Live Leak was basically the site you would go. It was based off an old site called Orgish. And Orgish was a site where you would see like a lot of beheading videos. I mean, like any sort of terrorist beheading videos or cartel beheading videos, you'd go to Orgish. Orgish gets shut down. Live Leak gets opened up. Live Leak used to be a lot more hardcore. They used to host ISIS execution videos. But after being accused of shilling ISIS propaganda, they didn't allow that anymore. And now, if you look at the site, even before it was shut down, it's nowhere near as violent and as gory as it used to be. It's pretty much a pussycat nowadays.
Huh. Thank you for explaining, because I guess that's why I have no idea about this, because I avoid those things, because those are bad things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they break the brain.
Yeah, at least every single video has a Live Leak watermark on, so if you don't like that sort of thing, you can just stop watching it immediately before you see a factory worker getting sucked into a machine.
Yep.
Cool.
You got to wonder how much money do you think Live Leak was making? Because they had advertisers. They had a lot of advertisers.
So as far as I know, at one point, they ended up having to go to a model where they were relying on crypto to just keep the content going because they were receiving so much negative press that those kinds of individuals who are actively looking for this kind of content were straight up just donating to go along with the ad revenue that they were receiving.
So they launched a new site. It's itemfix.com. And this is a site that specifically doesn't allow violent or gory content. I went on that site. I went on Itemfix. And if you look at the front page of it right now, it's, it's not a place you want to go.
Yeah. So, okay, what is the official statement as to why they're shutting down?
Okay, so it says right here, Hayden Hewitt says, we felt LiveLeak had achieved all it could, and it was time for us to try something new and exciting. The world has changed a lot over the last few years, the internet alongside it, and we as people. And please go to itemfix.com.
I'm willing to bet there was like some sort of external pressure that's actually causing this to shut down, and that was just like a politically correct statement that they could use.
So it's funny you mentioned that, because a while ago, for the first time ever, they self-sent, they wouldn't allow ISIS videos and stuff, but everything else was fine. But then that the PewDiePie New Zealand shooter dude, the guy to like announce, hey, subscribe to PewDiePie, the New Zealand shooting video, they straight up banned it from the site because they got in a lot of trouble for hosting that. And that was, a lot of people say that was the beginning of the end.
Sure. Yeah, because you can only take so much negative press before you're literally just getting banned by certain countries.
It's not just that. It's getting banned from certain countries, and then like other countries not even like allowing you to host the content. Like you can't even use the servers.
Yeah, I think it's the hosting that's the issue.
Oh, yeah. Best Gore, that was a really popular one. That got shut down. Same reason. But I mean, if you guys want to see gore videos, I'm not going to say what they are, but there's plenty out there. Trust me, it's not the end of an era. If you look 5 seconds in Google, you'll find them.
I was going to say, I mean, anyway, no, I don't actually want to say. I mean, okay, yeah, LiveLeak's going away. This isn't going to really do anything, honestly. It's just like LiveLeak was the go-to name.
It was a household name. You know, it was like a living meme, even though it itself had lost its teeth a long time ago.
I did see an article on LiveLeak getting shut down, and the article, I don't remember what it was, called LiveLeak a failed startup.
I guess 20 years is pretty failed, huh?
Yeah. Well, 20 years for a startup is not really a startup.
Yeah, right.
Itemfix.com. There you go.
I'm not going to be visiting that.
I just did, and I watched the first video that came up, and it was a guy screaming no while punching a sign and saying, I will kill you, because he missed his tram.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. And you see this a lot with YouTube, where people are upset with how YouTube is doing things, and they don't like it, and they say it sucks, whatever. And they go to these fringe websites, these fringe video hosting sites. And inevitably, the problem with having these is you get people that are like doing important work, like journalistic works or stuff that's like actually important for countries, and they have an outlet. But the vast majority is a bunch of whack job racist psychos who got banned from everywhere else and now want to go here. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen to this.
I was going to say, did Forgotten Weapons ever find a alternative platform to host their content? Because I know they were talking about going to Pornhub for a while. Forgotten Weapons does a lot of really classic, like gun and firearm reviews.
No, he's still on YouTube. He does a lot of videos there still. I think he just gets money from donations now rather than ad revenue.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, hey, have you guys talked about what's going on with YouTube's ad revenue lately?
No, what's going on with that?
Big thing? Okay, so I can shed a little bit of light on this. So YouTube recently announced something called Shorts, right? Basically, their TikTok competitor.
Yeah,
where people upload like less than a minute, less than 45 seconds.
Oh, I hate the form factor as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I was doing for Seal videos, and it got me quite a lot of views. But I think that might have been just because I put the Seal names wrong, and people were telling me in the comments that.
There you go, forced engagement. It's good.
Yeah. So here's what's happening with that. So right now, if you have a YouTube video and you want to make it a short, if you put #shorts in it, you're going to get a ton more views than you would have if you hadn't, right?
Yeah,
that's
because it's getting pushed by the algorithm.
It. Downside is people are getting a lot of views, but as a result, they just introduced a new policy where if your video is under 2 minutes, you get highly reduced revenue, right? So a lot of people that don't make shorts or don't make content as often and stuff like that, like Dolan Dark and like a bunch of meme channels and everything else like that, like Gus Johnson, Caleb City, whoever. All these people that make shorter form content are getting hammered by this.
Mhm.
And they are making shorts because you have to hashtag it with shorts to get the bump in views. But like across the board, if your video is less than 2 minutes, you're getting hit with a lot lower ad rates. And the thinking is YouTube wants to get the views that TikTok gets, which they're getting. But the thing about TikTok is it doesn't pay jack. TikTok is a horrible paying platform. They use something called the Creator Fund, which is awful. It's nowhere near YouTube's monetization. But that's what they're basically doing is like, okay, we can give you the views, but we're also going to give you the TikTok ad rates. So, figure out what you want to figure out with that.
Yeah. No, and actually, I've seen a little bit of insight before this, I guess, payment shift on YouTube with the shorts, because especially in the Beat Saber community, there's a lot of like really, really high level players, and they were getting really big on TikTok just due to the virality of the platform. And it actually has a really good like suggestions algorithm. So if you watch a lot of certain content, you will just get nothing but that content. So it was really good for a lot of people to just make a social media presence with their gameplay. And then a couple of the bigger names on YouTube started publishing their TikTok videos as shorts on YouTube. And they've been all making big pushes. It's like, hey, Beat Saber media or content creators, start posting your TikToks on YouTube Shorts because you'll get more money than you're making on TikTok.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I don't know what that shift is going to be about that.
There's an addition to that. They also started seeing, and I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's on a very few amount of videos, but I've seen a couple of them. YouTube started doing this thing called applause, where have you guys seen any of that on your videos?
No.
Or have you watched any videos with that? You know what that
I have
is?
YouTube Premium, so I might not have seen any.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
Okay, so YouTube applause is basically tips. Tip video creators. That's the main push now, and they're doing it really slowly. They're doing it in like very select videos or very select creators, but that's like sort of the main push. And I don't know if there's a limit to it. I think it's like super chats where you can just like applaud as much as you want. But that's kind of like, okay, we know we're screwing you on this, but we really want to go after Twitch a little bit, so we're going to introduce a little applause thing. Tip whatever you like, see what you like. A lot of the creators that are being a part of it don't know it. You can't sign up for it. You're just randomly selected. But if you're in, hey, you're pretty much, it's a permanent thing of your channel.
Mm-hmm. Andrew, we should get back into seals.
Well, I'm not going to do seals. I'm going to do something else that I haven't quite decided yet, but it's going to be much higher effort. And I'm going to make everything apart from the music, which I will just take from those royalty-free things.
You should do what I did with the seal video, where I put the sweaty speedrunner guy to the seal video.
Here's the article about applause. If you want to read more about it?
Aren't they doing something like that with Twitter? Like some accounts on Twitter are also getting a thing like that, where if you go to their profile, you could give money to them.
I didn't think that was like confirmed. Was it?
It's like limited rollout, very limited.
I have actually seen the applause thing on one video on YouTube. It was a channel that had like 30 subscribers and one video that had like less than 1,000 views.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, like why they did that.
This feature is going to roll out fully at the end of the year, so then everybody can get it.
I think they're doing clips as well. Like they want to compete properly with Twitch, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about Twitch right now is if they wanted to, I don't know if you guys have been seeing what Twitch has been doing, the dumbest possible decisions. But if YouTube actually wanted to go after them from a streaming thing, they could do it. They just have to update their chat because YouTube streaming chat is abhorrent.
Yeah. No, that's about it. Like they need to bring in the bits and all that kind of stuff as well, or just copy it really, copy the user interaction that Twitch has, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like reliability and features for video wise, YouTube's much better.
Yeah, I don't like the way Twitch handles all of that stuff. Mainly because I get very confused on how to use anything on Twitch. Because it actually isn't user friendly.
No, it's not.
No, not at all.
I mean, it works well, and that's the thing is like, yes, it's not a user-friendly platform, but you have so many individuals who are just so accustomed to it at this point that it's the norm, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
So-
I wasn't there for any of it becoming the norm, so it's completely foreign to me.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
I distinctly remember when the only true income that you got aside from subscriptions was the donation button. It would take you to another site, you do your donation, then you would get your donation pop up. And then the moment that they started integrating bits, that used to be extremely clunky because you're watching your favorite e-boy or e-girl and you're going to go send them bits. It would immediately close you, or it would redirect you to a different page, stop your stream, and then it would take you to probably like the Amazon Wallet checkout or a PayPal checkout, which is yet another screen. And then it would bring you back to the Twitch. You have completed your transaction, and at least from the one time that I did donate to somebody with that feature, it never redirected back.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, I know how to get back to who I'm watching, but I can only imagine how miserable this was for like the mobile only viewers at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Doing a super chat on YouTube is so easy. I mean, and it even remembered that I had a PayPal and I was just like, okay, here, $20 to this person. And yeah, it was just seamless.
If the only thing and the big thing that they've got right now with YouTube is discoverability. If you're just starting off on Twitch and you're like playing some game like Minecraft or Fortnite or just chatting, good luck getting found because you're not going to.
Yep.
You will be at the very, very bottom of the bottom, and there's no way for you to get seen unless you get like signal boosted.
So I mean, and definitely from my experience, I do understand that. But on the other hand, at least from my perspective, since I'm not trying to make a career out of Twitch, I just do it because I'm going to be playing the game anyway. Most of my growth on the channel has been from other people in, on the grand scheme of Twitch, Beat Saber is a niche community, and Beat Saber streamers, bigger ones, look for smaller streamers to raid, and that's basically it. And then you'll probably boost up to like 40 viewers or 60 viewers or 100 viewers, depending on who decides to raid you. And that's been really good just in terms of like community growing. At the same time, get out of here. But like going back to like those games that you're mentioning, like Minecraft, Fortnite, Apex Legends, League of Legends, good luck.
Well, I do know one thing Twitch does do pretty well is the commands for moderators, which I just found out. One thing you can do, and next time Simmons is streaming, he's going to raid Nyanas, whether he likes it or not.
And
yes,
and then you will get demodded. I already told you this.
Just do a hot tub stream. You'll make it to the top, no problem.
Yeah.
Simmons, put on a bikini and just get in a hot tub. Or just bring one of those inflatable pools into your living room and then play Beat Saber while in VR in a bikini.
I was going to say, somebody just did that last week. Oh, you're a little bit late to that suggestion.
No, wait, no. So how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like the hot tub thing, do you think it's on the viewers for watching that stuff? Or do you think it's on Twitch for not enforcing it enough?
Explain.
It's just like attractive girls wearing bikinis in a hot tub talking about things.
Okay, well, the backstory is Twitch started to kind of disallow wearing swimsuits and other more skin revealing outfits if you weren't doing an activity that required them, is how they worded it. So the workaround was now a bunch of people that have those little blow up pools in their bedrooms. They do subscriber donation goals to do a hot tub stream out of their blow up pool. That way they can wear a bathing suit.
I was going to say, like, I think I remember the stream that really caused that to explode. And it was one of the upper Twitch staff members was actually doing one of those streams.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. Twitch, like, people behind it are just fucked, honestly. They're seemingly like full of just bad decisions and corruption.
Oh, dude, did you heard that like a really high-ranking Twitch staff member actually got caught accepting nudes from like top female streamers in exchange for promotion?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, it's a very real thing. That's not a joke. That actually happened.
And my two biggest issues with Twitch is that anytime you go to the homepage, it starts automatically playing a video
I
or
hate
someone's live stream automatically. And secondly, is if you do watch any just chatting streams that are like political commentary or just like gaming or tech commentary stuff, you'll start getting suggested all these other mostly female streamers that are putting up just chatting streams.
It's such a big thing now that somebody launched a website called Booba TV, which is literally just chatting girls. That's live chatting girls. Booba.tv. It's a real place.
God. All right. I think before this goes any further, we need to shift this into off topic very quickly. So, yeah. So thank you all for our recorded listeners, for all the live listeners. Thank you for joining us on twitch.tv/extreme hardware, or just extreme HW, I should say. For the live listeners, please stand by for the end of stream. We will wrap up and we'll go live again for our off topic. And for our recorder listeners, thank you and bye-bye.
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 Great Yanas.
No.
We're still
I
alive,
Luganus.
though.
All right.